Welcome back to the growthscalers channel. Today's video is a bit different. We're doing a live breakdown of an Amazon store. Ty, my colleague, is going to be sharing his screen and walk you through a real Amazon store. He's going to show you exactly what is holding it back and what we would fix if this were our own account. In this video, we're going to break down why your store images aren't converting, what's missing inside your A+ content, why brand storytelling matters more than you think, and most importantly, how small compounding improvements can lead to a huge increase in sales in your store. So if your store is doing decent numbers but you feel like there's more potential sitting there, then this is the video for you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video with a friend or colleague. And by the way, if you want us to have a look at your store, see where you might be leaving some money on the table and the potentials for growth, then check out the link in the description while we get back to the rest of the video.
So this is a brand. They sell golf balls that are customizable. They sell very well in seasons that are for gifting, and a lot of challenges that they were facing and were opportunities that we could see. So we ended up doing a full account audit and looked into advertising strategy as well. It's a product that's high quality. It has good ratings. A lot of people say this is a good product. So quality is there. And this is something that I see a lot with Amazon sellers that sell a high quality product. But the challenge always comes when the quality isn't demonstrated. No infographics, no unique selling propositions of the product are being communicated. As a customer, I'm coming on here and I want to know if my needs are being felt. Is this a good quality golf ball? Looking at just like the design, what are the brand kind of guidelines of this? Are there any brand fonts? Is there any colors that stand out that are going to make me, want to kind of connect with this brand? There's nothing about brand story. Where is this brand coming from? The key features of the product are not being displayed on the product images. When you're shopping on mobile, which is the majority of shoppers nowadays, you will just pick through the images. And if you get enough information for you to get the desire to buy the product, it fills all of your needs, or it gives you more things that you didn't even know you were looking for, then the images alone are going to be enough for you to buy. We've seen that the second and third image are supposed to be the ones that really convert you. So these ones are going to be the ones where you really want to highlight your unique selling proposition, your key features of the product, the benefits of the product, maybe some story about the brand in these pictures to show why you should buy this product, and highlight that in a very high quality graphic design way. Another thing about graphic design work is that if you just see that A+ content, graphic design work has had a lot of resources put into it, then you know that this brand is really established on Amazon. So here's some basic A+ content. Obviously, wording like this is great for SEO, but this is very, very tough to read, especially on mobile. It's very wordy. If we're being a bit more punchy, focusing on wording that's really enticing, then that can be something that improves just conversion rates in general. Speaking about conversion rates, and if we look at another one like this that is missing a few images, best practice on Amazon is to have 7 images that do highlight all of these key benefits of the products, depending on whatever product you're looking at. When you have high quality images, high quality A+ content, when your listing is fully optimized, all of these little percentages make a big difference. And so I want to get to what each of these little percentages can add up to in the long run in a second. But there's so much opportunity here. This is a great sign because obviously they have a very good product. Even on the listings that we've picked out that aren't fully optimized, the ratings are great. So just imagine what the potential is. They've already gotten to a stage where they're doing very well on Amazon, but how far can we take it from here if we start implementing good listing practice, good graphic design practice, good advertising practice on top of all of this stuff? And so even if these guys have a great name, what you want to do is really establish yourself as someone who's putting in best practices on Amazon on their store. What they could be doing better is just telling a bit more of a story of how did this brand come to be. That's one thing that a lot of younger shoppers are very much going to be into when they're looking for a product. They don't want to be always buying from a super corporate company where they don't know if the employees are treated right, where the company comes from, if it's American made, if it's supporting families, or whatever the background is. What is the story behind it? Who are the founders? Even if it is a big company and there are some some stories behind founders that people can connect with.
Be amazed the number of people that would just read that story and go, oh my God, like I connect to something that is part of this story, part of the
Exactly.
brand, and they use that decision to purchase.
Exactly. And that's something that you can include on A plus content. And so these guys have done a bit in terms of what they're telling about their brand. However, they've done this in the basic Amazon format. If we were to do it in a more graphic design way, build out sections and segments of the store that highlight the unique selling propositions of the product, the benefits of the product, while we're looking at the different categories and having some banners about where the product and brand comes from, including some video on the store, and A plus content. All of these things are little percentages where you will see the increase once all of these immediate actions start being implemented. Talking about all of these key improvements that can be made. So making maybe just one change to a listing isn't going to make a whole world of difference, although it's going to bring you to another level. But this is a consistent thing that has to be done throughout the account. And so us having done this with several of our clients that had more of a basic setup, we've managed to scale a lot of people this way with just a strategy that is not a one size fits all strategy, but it's a key set of principles across the board that we know work. And so once we apply them to that tailored specific company, then that's when we see things take off. We had one brand that they had very basic images, just pictures of the product, which 10 years ago, even 7 years ago, this would do very well. It got them to a certain level. It got them to just under 500,000 in Amazon sales of having this, having some basic A plus content, having good bullet points, having a store. But then once we started organizing the store, we started putting in all of the unique selling propositions of the product in there, developing a brand story, putting all of the key assets that they had. These are things that they weren't utilizing. Premium A plus content to cover more of the screen, videos to highlight the key benefits of the product, images, just across the board with a really solid, robust advertising strategy that made sure that we defended our listings, that we were targeting across the board. We got these guys to within a year and a half past $1 million in revenue. And we've done the same for several brands. And it starts with just taking a look and seeing what opportunities there are. And for a lot of people, it looks like the growth is steady. But then once you take a look and dig in a little deeper, you can see how much potential there really is. And so if anyone sees this video and thinks maybe there's more potential for me, feel free to comment below or to check out the link. One of us from growthscalers or even myself, I could take a look and see if there's any opportunity to grow the business.
And Kai is more than happy to jump on your store as well and give you a proper audit one-on-one, because some of you might watch this and go, but how do I implement this in my own brand? That's something that he's more than open to do. Kai, I want to thank you very much for sharing, and I do appreciate it.